long three. It's good. Draymond Green from way downtown. Lillard steps back. It's good. Damian Lillard.
All right, I was wrong. I thought the Warriors would win game 3 and then lose game 4. Turns out game 3 was the game. Portland brought it. They were on fire, and the Warriors are now up 2-1 with the pivotal game 4 coming up. But before we start talking about game 4, we got to break down game 3. So here's the game rewind. The most valuable player was the lesser of all the evils. Draymond Green had a great game offensively, 37 points, 8 threes, but he was bad defensively, as he admitted himself. Al-Farouq Aminu, 23 points, 7 for 7 from the field, 4 3-pointers. He was torching Draymond. With that said, only one guy carried them in the second half. It was Draymond Green. He's the MVP. He's the guy who refused to lose, even though he couldn't stop Damian Lillard. The most disappointing player, you will not be surprised by this, Harrison Barnes. Right after I defended him on Twitter, he comes out and he's 2 for 8, 6 rebounds in 33 minutes. You know what's surprising about this? Portland doesn't play great defense. This is a team that Harrison Barnes should be able to light up. So far, his corner 3 isn't hitting. He's not really rebounding, and he's struggling to find any kind of groove. He's the most disappointing player because this is a series I think he should ball in. Key stat of the game, really there's 2. I'm going to combine them together. The Blazers made 17 3-pointers. They made 23 free throws. For me, that was the difference in the game. The Warriors made 14 3-pointers, so the Blazers were +9 from behind the arc. But the Warriors only made 10 free throws, so the Blazers were +13 from the free throw line. Combined, that's a +22. The Warriors only lost by 14. There were 2 key coaching moves that hurt the Warriors maybe a little bit more than Steve Kerr thought. Number 1, in the second quarter, he played Leandro Barbosa and Ian Clark together. That proved to be a disaster. The Warriors' first quarter advantage disappeared. The second unit gave up the lead. The Warriors never got it back. Coaching move number 2. Bogut picks up his 4th foul almost immediately to start the second half. But Steve Kerr doesn't take him out. Almost seconds later, Bogut picks up his 5th foul. They lose their rim protector. They lose their presence in the middle. And with the parade of driving that Portland did, that was the key factor. Al-Farouq Aminu, Allen Crabbe, they had a field day driving to the basket. Of course, there was no big man to stop them. Towards the end of the game, it was probably over, but there was a little life left. The key series came from Damian Lillard. Back-to-back 3-pointers, both over Clay, both of ridiculous variety, kind of stamping the Warriors' hopes out. It wasn't that those 2 threes won the game. It was that this was one game somebody ended the Warriors' hopes. Usually, it's the other way around. The quote of the night, again, not a surprise, goes to Draymond Green. Watch the shots fired at Portland.
You could just tell they were unsure about everything that they were doing there in the first quarter. And then all of a sudden, like I said, you get a couple offensive rebounds, hit a couple shots, that's when the crowd get into it. So that's kind of what happened for them. I think, right there in that first quarter, they felt like they were on the ropes, and we didn't really take advantage of that now. They're feeling like, they can do it. And I know we know otherwise.
Before I go, I got to give 2 Mother's Day shout-outs. Number 1, my mother, who's in Little Rock, Arkansas, probably eating Red Lobster right now. It's her Mother's Day tradition. I don't know why she eats that mess. Maybe Beyonce encouraged her. Shout-out number 2 goes to my wife. She was actually right. She said the Warriors would lose this game and win game 4. I didn't believe her, but maybe I should have listened to her. Happy Mother's Day, my beautiful wife. Sorry I couldn't be there. You'll get to treat me to something special when I get home. Yeah, that's how we roll on Mother's Day. I get the blessing. See you in game 4.